Well, I kept thinking about whether I should remove the lower bulkhead and replace it all. Kept going backwards and forwards because the plywood was in itself fairly sound. But then a thought occurred to me, and if you remember, I talked about wanting to put a plate in here to push the fibreglass directly against the mounting bracket. Well, of course, that doesn't make sense. There shouldn't be a gap. And as I showed, there is quite a big gap. And I went online and I found some pictures of Esprits with the engine out so that this portion up here is visible from the other side, and the plywood should be sitting against this surface, not the, that must be 19mm 3/4 of an inch proud. So it appears I have a Friday afternoon car where the lower panel has been fitted at the wrong angle, so the decision to pull it all out is justified. I'll put a new panel in, tight up against the fiberglass, so that when the body mounting bolts go through, everything gets sandwiched up together. So I've been using my delamination method as much as possible, so I'm peeling the fiberglass that bonded everything in away. This is a much cleaner way of doing it, although it does produce dust particles of resin. The amount of actual loose fibres produced is very much reduced. There's very little actual dust. I will in the end have to grind various parts of it, but for instance this piece you can see here, I will with an old wood chisel be able to go in and peel most of that back and get rid of it. Tidying up at the bottom here may be a little bit more of a challenge, but this is one time I won't really have to make a template, because the plywood itself can be the template, albeit with some tidying up to do where little extra holes gone in. I need to mark off the midpoint to mirror it, because this is the original. I mean, this area down here is clearly water damaged and failing, and people often patch in this area, but it's not great here either. So that's kind of originally why I was thinking of doing it, whilst all the rest of this is really solid. But having thought about it and realised it just wasn't actually sitting right, I think it's going to be entirely justified. I now have all of the plywood out, and I've got most of this side cleaned up, and I've done no grinding. This has all been done with an old wood chisel to just separate the laminations, and then I have gone over it with a bit of abrasive to knock all the loose fibres down, and I've been using the vacuum cleaner very frequently to control the dust. There is some left over from the last bit of sanding I did. But you can see that behind the factory fiberglass on this side of the car, there's a very interesting pattern for the body mounting holes, and the holes in the plywood are somewhat misshapen, which could have happened over the years, but the holes in the fiberglass, that must be some strange incident at the factory, I think. Now, where it was sitting proud, I've been asking questions on various groups, and some people have found that their plywood is somewhat proud. I think mine was one of the worst I've seen. Someone said they thought it was the fact that the moulding in the body wouldn't allow the plywood to sit flat against it, but having got everything cleaned up, it would in fact sit pretty well. There is a raised area in here that it's pivoting on. You can just see a light spot here where I touched it with the sander. If I knocked that back, then this would definitely sit flat. So that's what I'll be doing when I make the replacement panel. Obviously got all the fiberglass flanges on the other side to peel back, delaminate, just like I've done on this side, and then we can get everything cleared up, ready for putting stuff back in. As I mentioned previously, I'm going to fill in, this is an additional hole, this is an additional hole. I may in fact lose one of these two holes because I don't think I'm going to be needing it, and or in fact I may just fill them all in, because I can put new ones back in easier afterwards, size to actually suit what's going through them, help tidy things up a bit. And I shall probably just tidy this area up as well. I can put some acetate on the other side to laminate against and seal that up. But overall making good progress. Working with fiberglass is never particularly pleasant task, but certainly in terms of getting back to this stage, using the chisel to delaminate has really helped contain the fibres and the dust. So I knocked down that high spot I found, and the plywood will now sit nice and tight against the fiberglass at the top. There's very little spring back at the bottom. You can see there's a fairly substantial gap on this side, and there's also quite a big gap here. So I used this to mark out a template, but added some margins onto it so that it now comes down and fits nicely. We've got a much closer gap here. I filled in this radius here a little, and that all fits quite nicely. This was my last bit of quarter MDF that I had lying around, and I didn't really want to go out and buy any more just for this. And it doesn't quite reach halfway, but that's fine because I can take a full width measurement, and then when I flip this over I can just set the distance between this corner and the one on the other side, because there's no shape to the template in the middle, it's just parallel. But we can go around and see how this fits on the other side too. So you can see I've got all of the original flanges cleaned back on this side, so not much more work to do before a new panel could be bonded in. And with the template flipped over from the other side, it fits really pretty well. Gap at the top here is more or less, well, that will get a bit closer. It's too close here. So that's something that obviously can get trimmed back. That'll tighten the gap at the top a little, and that's a totally acceptable fit. So all of the patterns are now sorted, and it's just going to be getting the plywood cut I'll need to find some assistance to get it lifted up onto the work stand and work out exactly how I'm going to manage cutting it. And then lots of tedious fiberglass work. You know, I don't mind working with the wet fiberglass as such. It's all the working with the dry fiberglass, sanding, producing itchy dust. At least the weather is now a good deal cooler, and I can put on a disposable coverall and keep it away from most of my skin.